Hello, good morning, grade 7. Welcome to our online science class. And before we start our lesson for today, make sure that you have the following before you start the lesson: course book, pen, and notes, most especially if you want to do it for note taking. So just pause the videos and get all of those materials before we start, okay? So let's take a look with our first thing here. So I want you to guess the word here. So it's 4 pictures in one word. So what is the word? You only have 10 seconds left to guess what it is. So look at the pictures and let's start to see whether you can get it. Okay, let's see. The correct answer is power. Okay, next, guess the word in here. Look up all of those 4 pictures. So what do you think is the word here? It starts with letter P. Look at the time. Okay, the correct answer is plant. Second question, take a look with the picture. The clue that you have there is on the first picture actually. So look at it. Seven seconds to think. First letter starts with L, and the correct answer is light. Next question. Look at this. There's a man here eating chocolate, and there's a battery here. So what do you think is this? Eight seconds. It starts with letter E. The correct answer is very good. It is energy. So our topic here for today is all about physical and chemical changes. So I want you to open your course book on pages 108 to 109. Reopen it? Okay, let's get on. So our objectives for today is to able to compare and contrast physical and chemical changes, and we're going to get some sort of chemical reaction using word equation, okay? So let's take a look at with this now. So as an introduction, we have chemical reactions, and we did this already in the laboratory. So you would know that it is a chemical reaction because there are substances which are newly formed. So we had experienced that in the laboratory, and we had formed new products. For example, we did the chemical reaction between potassium permanganate and a certain kind of chemical. So we are forming a new substance there, okay? And last time we had also experimented in the chemical reaction between potassium permanganate and chlorine, and we formed your potassium chlorate. So those are just examples of that, which shows that chemical reactions are taking place because new substances are being formed. So what is a physical change? So I want you to take a look with the picture in here. You can see here that there is a solid ice which turns into liquid. And we have there the liquid, when you heat it, it forms into a steam or a gas in here. So why do you think these are physical change? By the way, what is happening in here? What's only happening in here is that the water is transformed into solid, but is it still a water? Yes, indeed, it's still a water. And look at this water if we heat it up. Though we use heat here, but did we change the water? Did we change it into something else? Into a new product? No, it is still water, but it is just of different states. So we change only here the states of matter. Solid into liquid, liquid into gas, but it is still the same water. So this one is still called physical change. I want you to take a look with this one. This is how it looks like on a molecular level. So you can see here that the water molecule of an ice is solid and if you melt it, it's still the same water molecule, so no new product is formed. Therefore, this is still a physical change. So what is a physical change? Physical change are changes in the substances that do not involve a change in the identity or chemical makeup of that substances. All changes in a state of matter are physical changes, solid to liquid, liquid to gas, or vice versa. The one which you can see here are just examples of that. If you want to take a look with it a little bit longer of time, you can pause this video right now. Okay? So we're just going to proceed right now. These are just examples of physical change that I was shown to you a while ago. Change in the states of matter, solid to liquid, liquid to gas. Here, the ice melts into water, but it's still the same water molecule, so it's a physical change actually. Next, what on the other hand is a chemical change? Usually, this kind of changes happens on chemical reaction.
Make sure.
Okay, so we are already here in this picture. So what you can see here is that we have iron here and we have sulfur right over here. So when we react iron and sulfur, iron here is color orange and they are usually metal in color, and you have sulfur actually in the laboratory they are colored yellow in nature. So if we combine them together, we are forming now another compound. The name of the compound is iron sulfide. So then look at that. This one is just an individual circle, but if we combine them together, we are forming now an iron sulfide which have two circles here. A totally different kind of compound. So we changed here the chemical components of the chemical or of the compound. So example also here is rusting. So iron atoms have a chemical change as pipes rust. Pipes are like tubes where water pass by through. So we have here the iron. Look at that. It's an orange atom right over here. It's an individual atom. But if we add water on it, what happens is that the water molecules reacts with the iron, and the oxygen in the water is H2O, so the oxygen attaches to the iron here, and what happens is that we are forming a new compound which is called iron oxide. Hence, we call this chemical change because we form a new product, iron oxide. So, what is a chemical change? You would know that something is undergoing a chemical change if there's a chemical reaction and there is a new substance which is formed. So you would know that a chemical reaction took place because there is a change in color, gas is given off, carbon dioxide or oxygen, new solids are formed. We call this precipitate, just like this one. Precipitates or solid formation on the reaction occurs, and change in temperature because heat is released or heat is involved in all of chemical reactions. So we have here examples of chemical reaction that I have shown a while ago. Iron plus sulfur is equal to iron sulfide, and we have here iron molecules reacting with water, forming now your iron oxide. So we call this your chemical change. So I want you to take a look with the picture right over here. So I know that some of you might be frying an egg. So look at the egg white. When we fry the egg white, is this process a physical or chemical change? Any answer? The correct answer for that is it's a chemical change. Why? Because the egg white here changed to protein, and it's a different form of protein right now, and they are not reversible. That means that you cannot put them into what they looked like before. So when you fry an egg, notice how the liquid egg white part becomes solid and changes to pure color. The fried egg's properties are different from that of the uncooked egg. Therefore, this one is a chemical change. So I want you to take a look with this one. Guess if the picture is physical change or a chemical change. Are you ready? So you're going to change. You're going to guess, I mean. Question number 1. Look at the picture here. Is this process a chemical or a physical change? 1, 2, 3. The correct answer is chemical change. Burning is a chemical change. Next, number 2. Look at the picture. This is what we did with the elephant toothpaste when we combined hydrogen peroxide in the laboratory and we formed that foam. Is this a physical or a chemical change? 1, 2, 3. The correct answer is it's a chemical change because we form a new product right over here. I want you to recall what is the name of that new product. Okay? Number 3, look at the picture. Look at this. It's an iceberg. So, is this a physical or a chemical change? 1, 2, 3. The correct answer is physical change. Melting of ice into water is just a physical change. Number 4, look at this. It's raining. And it might be raining right now outside your house. So, is this a physical or a chemical change? The correct answer is physical change because condensation, turning of clouds into liquid, gas to liquid, is a physical change. State of matter only. Number 5. 4-color change reaction that we did last time in the laboratory using the potassium permanganate. Look at that. Is this a physical or a chemical change? 1, 2, 3. The correct answer is chemical change. Next, number 6. Look at this. I am dissolving a sugar in a glass of water. Is this a physical or a chemical change? 1, 2, and 3. The correct answer is physical change. Why? Because if I dissolve this one, I only dissolve the sugar, but it is still sugar. Only that I change the phase of that from solid and I make it into liquid by dissolving it in the water. So it is still a physical change. Okay? So let's take a look now with the difference between a physical and a chemical change. When you say physical change, change only in the physical matter or in the state of matter, but not the chemical identity. So these are the examples. Chemical changes. In a chemical change, a chemical reaction occurs and new products are formed. These are the example. I just want you to read it. If you want to take a look at it for a longer time, hit the pause right now and read it again. Okay? So you can review this video again and again so that you will master what's the difference between physical and chemical changes. So this is the end of our online lesson with our video lesson right now. So if you have any question, just post this in the comments in our Google Classroom and I will be answering you if you have any clarification, if you have any question. But meanwhile, after watching this video, I want you to go on our Google Classroom, go to the classwork and answer our quiz. I'll be waiting until on Tuesday, March 17 until 9 a.m. in the morning for you to answer this question. Okay? Hope that you learned something and see you again on Tuesday. Goodbye.